the ADC top figures were attacked in Edo State, Benin City. All right. So that would be our first conversation this hour. And our second conversation, we're going to attempt looking at a thread from the Epstein files. Now, I think this affects you, and that's why it's a feature on our conversation today on Worthy of Note. Indeed, I find that to be particularly worthy of note. So you want to catch that conversation just after this particular one from the reports yesterday that Peter Obi and some other heads of the ADC were attacked in Benin City. And then after that, we go to the phrase is kill the poor. All right. So I'm going to submit that theory, or as has been found in the Epstein files, to your interrogation and interpretation. You tell me what you think about the conversations that the global elites tend to have. And it's not a spare time. This is an objective. This is a goal. This is a plan. This is a foretelling. This is a mapping out. This is the new world. And they don't want you in it. But of course, you'll catch that conversation later, 36 minutes past 12. Welcome to Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce.
Quality talk.
Intelligent conversations.
Always interesting.
So engaging.
Sometimes even mind-boggling.
Nigeria Info. Ask everyone. Anyone.
All right. So here we are. The 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi and some figures of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, were on Tuesday attacked by hoodlums in Benin City, Edo State. Gathered is the information that armed hoodlums shot at Mr. Obi and Oyegun, as well as members of the Obedient Movement, while they were moving to Mr. Oyegun's residence from the ADC Secretariat in Edo State. Now, I think also worth reminding you of will be a statement by the now governor of Edo State, which you can quite remember when he said a new sheriff was in town and Peter Obi, coming or making an appearance in Edo State needed to be something, because he couldn't quite guarantee his security in Edo State. All right, so I want to go to Peter Obi and the comment they made right after the attack. And I would love for this to be a reference point to your commentary. By the way, my telephone lines are down. We're going to attempt to use WhatsApp. I would prefer to play music. You just tell me which one you would prefer. But let's hope that I can have this telephone connection fixed before much of the audios that I have lined up for you gets done. On the sunny side, this very beautiful afternoon. Okay, so here is members of the ADC.
Former governor of this state, and you can see what happened in front of his house, where hoodlums came shooting. You can look at his gate and everything.
Let's see the bullet go there.
I see the blood marks at his gate. You see the several cars damaged and everything. That is where our democracy has reached.
The hoodlums came for you to know what 2027 will look like. Immediately after we left the ADC headquarters in Benin, we came into the house of Chief Oregun, the former governor, and these hoodlums came, started shooting. These are bullets. Started shooting. These are bullets. Started shooting, destroying vehicles. You see? They know Tinubu is going to lose in 2027, and they don't want peace.
As they come, when they come out, they take our face, let for this time. Wait, yes. Everybody bag leave me now. The other guy carry key. I leave that he wants to turn. You take for the mother to come for us.
I have to pay the hospital, the clinic bills, and take care of the guy. The structure there is another level.
They wounded
And the secretariat there, yeah, they shot somebody. They blast the guy head here, blast him at the back. They beat him merciless. Yes, they shot one man in the neck, one hospital. This thing is getting, we cannot sincerely continue like this.
Who are the people doing this?
It's the ABC talks, we know. They have a history of violence.
Make a formal complaint, and I'll show you this cannot be true. We have a country, and we are a part of the country. You know, we cannot have terrorism terrorizing the country and have officials of the government terrorizing citizens. It's not acceptable.
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you, Your Excellency. Big man. This is bullets. This is bullets. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They ran away when the DSS started retaliating. They now heard the sound of a different gun and they ran away. The information reaching us heard it that immediately we left the secretariat, ADC secretariat, they came in shooting. They shot people, wounded some people. Those they wounded are now at the hospital. This is bullet life. This is bullet. They want they came here to light people.
Yes, sir.
Had we didn't lock this gate, they will light everybody. All the plan is to light people. That was their plan. Yeah, it's to light people now. They want to light people. Now you get the car. You see?
I'm a state leader.
You are the state youth leader.
Maybe that's the reason why they did this.
Yeah.
My car, they knows me already. So maybe that's the reason why they
Don't make noise there.
we did it, no car. Where we go?
Officer, are you just coming? Some hoodlums. Stop, scared.
All right, so I'm going to assume that I have left you with the heart of the matter from that particular video. I also would like to play you another audio by Peter B. And this is a statement that he has made once too many times before. And I would like to just play it just so that you can do with that information what you will.
What I face, what I go through, what my family go through, you wouldn't even believe I will still be standing and going around this country. But I've made up my mind that if this is the end, so be it. Because we can't allow the country. It is difficult to be in opposition in this country. Extremely difficult. Because everything is against you. People don't even want to see you. They don't even want to talk to you. I see colleagues that greet them at the airport, they don't even want to reply. Because they feel they don't want the government of the day to see you or see them greeting you. Your businesses, everything you're involved is being dismantled. What I feel.
All right. So I want to share with you a term that you may already be familiar with, given, well, this particularly if verbiage is something that you find interesting in your pastime. There's something called mafia democracy. Is this a mafia democracy? And this is set to refer to a governance system where democratic structures are corrupted by organized crime tactics, characterized by greed, lies, and the infiltration of government by gangster ideologies. And interestingly, I guess I was surprised. Maybe I shouldn't have been surprised when I realized that there is actually a book on mafia democracy, if truly you'd like to pry into the social construct. So here we are, and we have, according to this particular term, the politicians operate similarly to mob bosses, prioritizing power and personal wealth over public interest. Okay, very beautiful Wednesday afternoon to you if you have just tuned in. So in the first video you heard was audio from I guess executives of the ADC, the party ADC, and you would think that this indeed as a democracy will allow for opposition, a process that's free and fair. How much of a threat is a free and fair process? What exactly is the threat in having a free and fair process? Because it must be that there is indeed a threat that if the process were free and fair, the outcomes could be against something or someone's ambition. Otherwise, I mean, a free and fair process guarantees opportunity for all players involved. Now, in the absence of our means of communication, we only have WhatsApp, and I know many of you prefer to call in than to write me a message. Well, if you cannot write me a message, then I guess you would have to call the WhatsApp number. That's what we have as an alternative. In this very moment, 08095975805. That's the WhatsApp number. So we can attempt to use that to communicate in the now until the telephone line comes. Well, actually, the telephone lines come back because I don't have access to the other telephone line. All right, so Nigeria Info, good afternoon again, and here we are. Let's talk. Okay, so let's go to WhatsApp. So we're using WhatsApp for now. You can either send me a message or call our WhatsApp number, 08095975805. Good afternoon to you, Nigeria Info.
Joyce, how you doing? Joyce, how you doing?
I'm good. Good afternoon to you. Welcome.
Yes, this is Remy.
Welcome,
from
Remy.
Akota. How's your day been?
Good. It's a good start.
Yeah. Let's not feign ignorance. We all can see the handwritings on the wall. Because you can't tell me the APC Tinubu-led government has not been intolerant of opposition, ramification. We saw what happened pre-2023 election. We get to see how APC gets so violent against opposition in Lagos State all through these years. Oh. Taking it to the federal level now, you can see it playing out. For someone like Obi to come out and to have said some of those things, you can imagine other things he's not saying to us. For me to now say Obi is not doing enough or other oppositions are not doing enough, when I can tell the government in power is intolerant. Show you what they did to everybody except Obi. If you have been a governor before and you're against them, EFCC come after you, or ICPC, or any of the regulatory bodies, they come after you. Obi has been the only one they've been unable to pin anything on legally. Obi has been the only one, and I give him as in kudos for that. So they won't stop at that. We saw what happened a week ago in Abuja. How a governor of FCT, Wike, was going around, which was illegal, how he told people that they should go and vote and leave the rest to him, and we all understand what that meant. We shouldn't play ostrich here by saying go and vote and leave the rest to me. That is, we know what that is now. Leaving that aside, so I guess people came to vote. We saw the mutilated papers and all that. They are using the system. They've skilled the system to work in their favor. They are using other arms of government, the judiciary, the lawmakers and co. You see them singing on your mandate, we shall stand. We shouldn't be. We've normalized the abnormalities under APC, and people make cases for them. They try to you can't just fold their arms and watch your oppositions, and they are using the system. Tinubu has the what is it called? Authority over all institutions in Nigeria. You can see him using that.
Let me ask you, as an electorate, what does this say to you? Because this doesn't only speak to the authorities or the heads of the ADC or any other opposition party, but it speaks to the electorate, the Nigerians.
Yes.
What does this say to you? What are you?
Disenfranchisement. That is what it is. That is, I cannot vote and believe that my vote will count. Not that my vote can count. My vote will not count. That is what all of these things is. That the people's decision can never come to play.
Okay.
They did it in the last election when Wike and his goons played the card in Rivers State, and nobody raised that brand over that. And they are doing it like, you guys, if you like, go and vote. We will determine who emerges, and nothing will happen.
Well,
that is what it is, Joyce. Go and vote to get a voter's card and all that. You will get it. So now they are conditioning us that your vote is going nowhere. What we want to do, how we want it to happen, is what to be.
Well, thank you.
How can a state governor say to Obi that if you want to come to my state, I cannot guarantee you safety? And we all kept quiet about that. That was a threat. How dare a governor say that to someone? Other parties had their event there, nothing happened to them. But when it is Obi, they are trying to create this fear in us.
All right.
That no matter how we want things to change, their will be what will happen in the end.
Thank you very much for calling me. I really do
Thank you.
appreciate 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Good afternoon. We have quite a number of messages stacking up, so we're going to go to WhatsApp.
Greetings there, Joyce. This is Adegoke from Lekki. It's really sad to see Nigeria, our beloved country, gradually sinking courtesy APC landslide that is potent enough to bury us all. The question is, what are we going to do about it? Those bullets they use should be checked to know its source. But why are our greedy politicians so desperate in holding on to power by all means? Is leadership not about service to the people? Why the oppression by our politicians intentionally, I guess? It's just a tip of the iceberg of how 2027 will be. Good afternoon, Joyce. The attack on ADC members is well motivated by the ruling party at the state. Can you remember what the governor told Mr. Obi last time? The governor now is telling us that he cannot secure the state. Let them keep on arresting or killing the opposition. Is this democracy we need? Say the truth, you die, unless you follow them to shade or suck blood. God forbid. Did we not do Peter Obi anything? He's a stone. Benjamin from Banana Island, I guess. I said it. Democracy have been weaponized to be called mafia democracy. That's what USA, Russia, Germany, NATO, and the rest are practicing. They blackball a country or individual if something doesn't go their way. Nigeria is not an exception. I suggest we revert back to monarchical rule. There is nowhere this type of democracy rigged with nepotism, tribalism. It's absurd.
All right, hold on a second, Lakers. We're going to go off on a break. When we come back, of course, we have WhatsApp, and we also have Zoom. All right, we'll try. We'll be right back.
More talk, news, and sports after this. From Washington to Beijing, Moscow to Abuja, London to Kigali, the world is shifting fast. Elections are shaping destinies. Wars are redrawing borders. Economies are rising and falling. And global alliances are being tested like never before. But what does it all mean for you?
With a new administration and a new president in the White House trying to put an end to the war.
I didn't know the historical context, what the state of Israel means for them.
Join the fearless Ireti Bakare Yusuf on Borderlines every Friday at 4 p.m. on Nigeria Info 99.3 as she dissects the biggest global events and their impact on world peace.
Those who are not familiar with Israel or the war itself would not know much about the group breaking the silence.
Borderlines on Nigeria Info every Friday at 4 p.m. The world is changing. Don't just watch, understand it. Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Let me tell you the real thing to brag about. Brag about how authentic you are. Brag about your confidence and your vibe. Brag about your style, your energy. And yes, brag about how amazing you smell. Because there is one fragrance that gives you all of that in one bottle. Wazobia perfume.
Oh yes, Wazobia perfume. The same perfume everybody's talking about. See, once you step in with Wazobia perfume, you don't need to talk too much. The fragrance does the talking for you. Be authentic, be confident, be classy. Treat yourself and your friends to Wazobia perfume today. Available as both perfume and body spray.
Get your Wazobia perfume today at any store near you or order online for cotton purchases or to stock Wazobia perfume. Please call 0201-330-0047 or email contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
It's Wednesday and the battle of words continues. At 4 p.m., Vic Mob High School takes on Salek City College, arguing a motion that hits close to home. Grades do not accurately measure intelligence. Then at 5 p.m., it's the Zale College versus Awarith College, debating a fiery motion. Should former governors be banned from taking government appointments? Expect passion, logic, and the ultimate verbal fireworks. It's brains, strategy, and persuasion, all on the Abek to Differ arena, where tomorrow's thinkers clash today. I am Yvonne Okhaifo. Join Femi Obang-Daniels and me as two more debaters qualify for the round of 16 on Wednesday. I Beg to Differ Season 9. 32 debaters, now 20. One winner, one grand title, the Champion of Champions. Supported by Obi Weezy. For sponsorship inquiries, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm or I Beg to Differ @nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
We're back, 99.3 Nigeria Info, you on the sunny side, and we are continuing our conversation with what has played out the last few hours, and I'm picking your commentary on the issue. Remember, you can call WhatsApp, and that's also because we have a problem with our telephone lines. Okay, so this one goes, really, I like what this government is... Hold on. Okay, let me just go to WhatsApp caller. Please pardon me. What has played out if you can hear the last few hours, you have a minute, and I'm picking your commentary on the issue. Remember, can you hear me? WhatsApp, and that's...
Yeah, good afternoon.
Speak up for me. You have 40 seconds.
Hello?
Okay, so this one goes, tell us your name, and you
please,
can go ahead. Can you hear me?
This is James from Ogun State.
Welcome, James.
Please, I just want you people to pass a message that the governor of Edo State should be held responsible whatsoever that happens to Obi. You should be held accountable for it. Thank you.
All right. It's about 1 p.m. on the clock. We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info. We're going to go off on a break, and we'll be right back.
Schools, markets open as IPOB ends. Monday sit at home.
What is the new thing that they want to do for us?
Has happened at least twice, which is go to court.
How do we get people to come out the way they came out in 2023?
Be part of the exchange on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
It's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you, Lagos. I am Buluwatife Jagade with the news. The appointment of AIG Olatunji Disu is as acting Inspector General of Police may trigger a wave of retirement at the top of the force. Reports say between 15 and 20 senior officers could step down. This follows the resignation of former IGP Kayode Egbetokun and the elevation of Disu, who is junior to several serving Deputy Inspectors General. Among those potentially affected are some DIGs heading key departments within the force. However, we understand that resignation is not automatic. Some officers may choose to remain depending on internal decisions and guidance from the Police Service Commission. And if you see helicopters circling your area in Lagos, do not fret because those are security surveillance helicopters. This follows the launching of helicopter patrols by the Lagos State Security Trust Fund across the state, with the aim of bolstering security and maintaining an enabling environment for all to thrive. Executive Secretary of the fund, Dr. Ayodele Ogunsan, says the move will improve rapid response.
Flight is scheduled to take place today, marking the beginning of a sustained aerial patrol initiative designed to strengthen intelligence gathering, to enhance the rapid response capability, and reinforce the state's overall security framework. Subsequent flights will be conducted on a continuous basis.
And still on security, Edo State Police have confirmed the attack on the African Democratic Congress Secretariat in Benin City and at the home of former Governor John Odige Oyegun as reported by the party's members. Hoodlums reportedly disrupted a political event at the ADC Secretariat, causing panic and a stampede, and then attacked the home of former Governor Odige Oyegun with gunfire. Former Labour Party presidential candidate and ADC 2027 presidential candidate hopeful Peter Obi, who was at the scene of both attacks, has condemned them.
The maiden flight is scheduled to take place today, marking the beginning. The maiden flight is scheduled to take place.
And I assure you, this cannot be true at all. We have a country. Yes, and we are part of the country. You know, we cannot have terrorism terrorizing the country and have officials in government terrorizing citizens. It's not acceptable. You see several cars were damaged and everything.
But Edo State Governor Monday Okpebolo has described the attack as an internal party conflict made to make Edo State look bad. And in sports, FIFA President Gianni Infantino says he is very reassured about Mexico's 2026 World Cup plans. His comments follow deadly violence after cartel leader Nemencio El Mencho Osiguera was killed. Infantino says the tournament will be spectacular despite security concerns in Guadalajara and other areas. Mexico will co-host the World Cup with the US and Canada from 11th June to 19th July 2026. And that's the news on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Listen to Nigeria Info wherever you are. Just download the Nigeria Info app on your Android Play Store or iOS Store. You can also call us on 014657175 if you have any news tip for us. Thank you so much for staying with us. I am Buluwatife Jagade. The sunny side continues with Joyce.
What's that station again?
Oh yeah, Demo, come
No.
Here's one thing you need to know about you. So like here we dey talk.
Yep, bullseye. That's the one.
You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info's The Sunny Side. The Sunny Side. Welcome. My name's Joyce.
If you've heard you can use 1,000 naira to win 1 billion naira and you think that is just a joke, well, AfriMillions is here to tell you that is not a joke. You can actually win that money. And this is AfriMillions, the home of Africa's biggest jackpot. I'm not joking. You can win money. If nobody wins it this week, it rolls over to the next one until someone finally grabs it. You have to grab that money. If you're ready to win this money, just go now and visit www.afrimillions.com, sign up, and pick your 6 lucky numbers out of 69 numbers. If the 6 numbers match the 6 numbers that come out of the lottery machine, you just won 1 billion naira just like that. If you match 5 out of 6, you win 1 million naira. If you match 4 out of 6, you win 100,000 naira. If you match 3 out of 6, you win 3,000 naira. If you match 2 out of 6, you win a free ticket. If you get nothing, well, you qualify for the weekly raffle draw to win 1 million naira with that lottery ticket. 3 people can win 1 million naira each from the weekly raffle draw, so don't throw away that lottery ticket you have because you can win money with it. To find out if you want, tune to live just at 8 p.m. on Saturdays exclusively on Wazobia Max TV. You can also listen in to the live just on Wazobia FM, Cool FM, and Nigeria Info FM from 8 p.m. every Saturday. There is something else. You can win 150,000 naira daily via instant draws on the website every hour. Play the Oyana Okeno draws to win this money. Remember, as always, all ticket sales close strictly by 6 p.m. So go now and visit www.afrimillions.com. Play smart and win big. AfriMillions is licensed and regulated by Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority, and all draws are independently verified. It's 100% transparent. So do remember to play responsibly, and it's not suitable for anyone under 18. AfriMillions, we want to win this money together.
Face what I go through, what my family go through, you wouldn't even believe I will still be standing and going around this country. But I've made up my mind that if this is the end, so be it. Because we can't allow the country. It is difficult to be in opposition in this country. Extremely difficult. Because everything is against you. People don't even want to see you. They don't even want to talk to you. I see colleagues that greet them at the airport, they don't even want to reply. Because they feel they don't want the government of the day to see you or see them greeting you. Your businesses, everything you're involved is being dismantled.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side, and welcome. So, yes, we're following through on developments out of Edo State. If you have just tuned in, you're on the sunny side. It's 8 minutes past 1 p.m. and my name is Joyce. Somebody's asking for the telephone numbers. Once again, I want to quickly apologize. I'm having a problem with the studio numbers today. So we're going to attempt to use WhatsApp. You can either write me or you can just call the WhatsApp number and you'll have access into our studios this afternoon. Okay, we're going to have to go right back to messages. Yeah.
Okay, Peter Obi is my candidate. Even in my grave, I would vote for him. If the dead were allowed to vote, nothing should happen to him. I repeat, nothing should happen to him before or after 2027 presidential election. Ebilade Ambo from Badagry.
Okay, just hold your thought and let's get here. Hello, WhatsApp caller. Good afternoon. Thank you for being here.
I will still be standing and going around.
Can you hear me? WhatsApp caller. Okay, so we're back to WhatsApp messages.
This is James from Ikorodu. Good afternoon, Joy. May God help us in this country. Political violence is everywhere. This might be an internal work within the 8DC themselves. God will deliver this country. Harming Peter Obi is a red line. I will strongly advise the ruling APC to desist from. Nobody can predict what will be left of the entity called Nigeria. If they do, wisdom is profitable to direct. Good afternoon, Joyce. APC's government is a dictatorial government. It's more than a mafia democracy. This is the government of Satanists and Antichrist. These agents of Satan have come to kill Nigerians with hunger and the sword. Tinubu believes he's a god and can control everything and everybody, but he doesn't control the breath in his nostrils. God is greater than he is and will surely dethrone him. If King Nero could die, Tinubu is nobody before the Almighty God. His time will soon expire. Michael from Lagos. Good afternoon,
Hold on a
Joyce.
second. Michael, just for the sake of conversation or the accuracy of conversation, remember this is happening out of Edo State. So I can understand what you're trying to infer, but because this has no obvious direct relationships to the president, and there is indeed someone in charge of the state, this automatically becomes one, not just the jurisdiction of the Edo authorities, but also it becomes a responsibility of the state to provide security for the state. I mean, think about it. What kind of country do we have if in the north why will I even say in the north? Different pockets of Nigeria now, we're dealing with insecurity. We're dealing with kidnappings. And then you go to Edo State and you have people who appear to have the backing of who now? Do we say they have the backing of authorities? Well, there is a commentary by, I think, the Edo State governor?
Yes,
Okay.
he's press secretary.
Press secretary. So we're going to share that information with you and leave you to determine what you can make out of that.
Okay, so I'll just read from here. It is now, this is directly from the statement. It is now evident that the ADC and by extension Peter Obi is mischievous and making efforts to cast aspersion on the good things that this administration is doing. It only suggests to us that Peter Obi is synonymous with violence and the state government will not condone such acts.
Hold on a second. So from the Edo State government, the spokesperson is saying that Peter Obi is synonymous with violence,
yes.
and that whatever happened in Edo State was conflict within the ADC against the ADC. I mean, it sounds like mischief, but okay.
The Edo State government therefore urges political actors to verify facts before making public statements capable of overheating the policy.
The polity. Okay, good. So Lagos, I mean, the tragedy of this kind of theater is that you're told to verify statement. Unfortunately, you can't quite verify. You can only get accounts. So you go to the ADC, you get one account. You go to the Delta State government, you get an account.
Another.
And then from the details of their account, you make sense because you can't quite say one has a superior authority over the other when it comes to an account of conflict. Because one person is victim and then someone else is perpetrator, right? Okay, good. So here we are on Worthy of Note. Good afternoon to you, WhatsApp caller. Thank you very much for being here.
Yeah, good morning from here.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Tony from Chicago.
Welcome, Tony from Chicago.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank you for what you are doing. It's a good job. This is the first time I'm calling here.
Caller, thank you for calling.
And then you summarize with a book of what my country, Nigeria, is going through. Mafia democracy. That's what it is. You have almost all the governors in the state, and you don't want opposition. It's so sympathetic. So we are going to be on APC. Is it democracy? Coming from the person that everybody respect that went through democracy, I believe by now Tinubu should have known what to do. You have caged everybody. Nobody is talking. Nobody. But one thing you should know, this action that they did yesterday, we gather will be more sympathetic votes. It happened here in the United States. When Donald Trump was shot, I know most of my people that thought over, I said, no, why this man? Why do you want to kill this man? That means he has something for goodness of this country. Why is it every time ABC want to do anything, they almost go there and scatter them? It's so, I mean, I don't know how to explain it. We're in this country. Why not allow others to have option? Let's have option. PDP is no more. AP is no more. NPP is no more. Where is the opposition again going to be? Where are we going with this kind of democracy? And you said I don't think that second time you don't need to campaign. What you did to the country is the campaign for you already. If we are all happy, will you have opposition? No. But if you know that you're not doing good things and then you want to suppress the opposition, there's a way you push people to the wall, they will react. Those people that came yesterday are Nigerians. Those people that they want to shoot are Nigerians too. Nobody has monopoly of violence on him. Everybody is now crying that the way they will push a hungry man, he will react and Nigeria will be in chaos. Let the government know what they're doing. Let the government know what this is getting out of hand. The international community is watching what's going on. Nigerian democracy is not what people are not watching. Everybody's on eye on Nigeria now. These are things that people should understand.
Okay. Well,
thank you so much.
Thank you. I really do appreciate you calling in. Thank you very much. We're going back to WhatsApp messages.
This person says, "Good afternoon, Joyce. My name is Eric from Ogijo. I'm so pained, and I always ask myself if the kinds of leaders we have, and also ask if true leadership is truly from God. This democracy they talked about, is this it? Thank you."
So that's why I'm asking, is this a mafia democracy? When you look at the way the mafia operates, and there's a book actually titled Mafia Democracy. You can check it out, and then you can tell me what kind of democracy are we operating in Nigeria. WhatsApp caller, thank you so much for being here. Give me a moment. Hello, welcome. What's your name?
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Afternoon to you. You're Nigeria Info.
This is Mali speaking from Owode.
Good to have you.
Joyce, we are not practicing mafia democracy.
Oh.
We are practicing chicken democracy. No matter you put the food on a tray pan for a chicken, they must scatter it. If I cannot have it, we destroy it. That's what we're doing. Joyce, if Nigeria is a country that wants to work, when a Edo State governor made that comment, you could have put either they call him to order or they'll start watching his back. When Wike said, "I will put fire in your state," nobody made a comment. If you try me, I will put one man said, "I will put fire in your state." You know what that means? The thing Wike is saying, the thing the state governor is saying, is it not as bad as what Shekumi is saying about the bandits? Has anybody said anything? And you know one thing? If they should kill those people yesterday in those states, some people will celebrate it. Then the day the government changes, they will say, "Oh, we are suffering." Well, you forgot what you did yesterday. What Tinubu is doing is part of what Obasanjo left on ground. That Tinubu is practicing that times 10 of what Obasanjo did. When I say that Obasanjo is about genesis of our problem, people don't believe me.
Uh-oh.
Yes, it's a problem. He came in 99. He had the power to put us in a straight line. Did he do it? He started the impeachment of governors, impeachment of Senate presidents. He was one that brought Morris Wood and said, "Go to court." What are they doing today? Is it not worse than before? This man came in. "If you don't fall in line with me, I will show you Pepe."
After the election, you seem to be making Tinubu responsible. This happened in Edo State.
He is in charge. He's the boss. After he came out and praised Wike. After the election, we saw with deepest cancelling of results, increase of numbers, everything was there. He came and still praised the man that said Wike was acting like Ferguson. "Just give me 50 points of the EPA, allow me to do the rest." He said, "Go and vote, I will do the rest." What is the rest he was going to do? It's not the same magic he practiced in River State in 2020 election that he did in River State. And I say APC has cooked a soup and they tell it is sweet. They will repeat that same way in 2027 election.
What does this say about, pardon me, what does this say to you as an electorate, as a Nigerian who could be voting for either the APC, the PDP, ADC,
Joyce,
Labour Party? What does this say to
you?
Even
we, the masses, are not ready for credible election. We, the masses, are not ready for a good leader. We, including me. As long as Joyce, you give me 1,000, I will vote for you today.
Why would you accept 1,000 naira? Why? What is it about your life that you haven't learned from?
I will tell you, I am hungry. Let me eat now. It's what I'm looking for.
So I want to also ask a question. Knowing what you know, why do you not have the capability to act differently? Why? I mean, I'm asking you that because you are telling me if I give you 10,000, you'll sell your vote.
It's not as if reality I will take the 1,000 naira. But I'm trying to make you to understand the mindset of so many people. that because of the hunger. Let me give a good example. So I told you this.
It may not be that you are trying to make me understand the mindset of other people. This may truly just be your mindset, and I want you to challenge
Joyce,
yourself
listen,
with morality.
Joyce, listen. Yanoworo, some other areas, they've been breaking their houses. They've been crying. Go and do election for that people there. They will still vote the same government back in power. They are not ready to teach the electorate. I mean, the politicians that what you did to us, the only way we can punish you back is through the ballot. You see how naive we are? I don't know if you understand me. If we, the masses, are not ready to learn, we are not ready.
Are you ready? Can I count you as one person who has learned something?
Joyce, I've learned a lot.
Are you willing to act on what you know? Because this, if we keep complaining and repeating,
the last election, my polling unit is in Apapa. I have to go a day before. I slept in Apapa, and I voted for the candidate I knew that was going to do the change. Even when Buhari was coming in, or during the election between is it Fashola and who? The Buhari was there. I voted for Fashola for another party as a governor, and I voted for. I'm giving an example now. Who I feel was going to work, I will vote the right person. Okay. It's not all about the money. I don't understand me. But the mindset of the people. Okay. Look at Edo State. Look at the governor of Edo State. They saw a brilliant lawyer, but they voted the man that said GSM, and they are saying leaving for us. What is happening in Edo State? For example, now, look at the Ekiti. There has enough doctors and professors. Look at the budget of the state. There's no how to go to Ekiti. They don't see a doctor or a professor. Go and see the states.
Thank you so
what
much.
What did I tell you? Good afternoon.
Thank you. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're back again. Let's pick up our messages. We have a number to work through.
Good afternoon, Joyce. Can you believe that Enugu State just passed the law saying for you to post your campaign billboards in the state, you must pay 150 million every month. APC everywhere is a curse and punishment to average Nigerians.
Oh, I haven't seen that. What is it? Is it because? Why? Can you tell us why that's happening? Because I need to understand. Give me context, please.
Good afternoon, Joyce. This country is already under siege due to insecurity. Security agents are overwhelmed by the level of the insecurity. Thugs are now being armed to the teeth in order to cause violence and death due to hunger for power. Where do we go from here? The government of the day should wake up to its duties. This country is collapsing before our eyes.
Okay, hold on. Let me pick up this call just so we can give fair attention to our callers on WhatsApp. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Joyce, good afternoon.
Welcome. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Yeah, you have Mr. Mba from Ilasa.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Joy, it's quite unfortunate that you people are still talking about the election in Nigeria.
I'm speaking about the attack. Excuse me.
I want to talk.
Excuse me. My topic is about what happened out of Edo State. It may appear that you didn't listen before you called in, so I'd like for you to please have a grip on the topic before you call in. Hello, Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you. Can you hear me? Stop doing that. Can you hear me? Okay, WhatsApp callers, messages.
Good day, Joyce. APC should know that if anything happens to Peter Obi, it could cause a serious problem in Nigeria. Politics is a game of number. Why is APC jittery? Nobody should call that show of shame an election. I was cracking up when people were saying that the Abuja election will be a litmus test of for the new INEC chairman. This is how it will happen if the Nigerian people do not stand up and fight for their rights come 2027. This crops of politicians in Nigeria are desperate and wicked. Nigerian people should take back their country from these people parading themselves as politicians. It's pathetic. They don't really care about us. I weep for Nigeria. Indeed, there was a country. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you. We have a few seconds before top of the hour. I don't think we can squeeze in. Can we? No. Don't bother. Okay. No time. We're going to go off on a break. When we come back, someone on YouTube is asking the telephone numbers. It's our WhatsApp number that brings you to the conversation. I'll give you that when we return. Don't go anywhere. We're Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce.
Right back. What is health? It's more than the absence of illness. It's the state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. But let's delve deeper Health is the heartbeat of life. It's the rhythm that keeps us moving forward. The pulse that echoes our vitality. It's a symphony of balance and harmony, resonating in every aspect of our existence. Health is a silent conductor, orchestrating the dance between the body and mind. It's the energy that propels us towards our dreams and aspirations. It is the foundation upon which we build our futures. So, what is health to you? Join me, Kofi Bartels, this and every Thursday for Health Thursday, 8 a.m. on the Morning Crossfire as we explore important issues affecting your health. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let me tell you the real thing to brag about. Brag about how authentic you are. Brag about your confidence and your vibe. Brag about your style, your energy. And yes, brag about how amazing you smell. Because there is one fragrance that gives you all of that in one bottle. Wazobia perfume.
Oh yes, Wazobia perfume. The same perfume everybody's talking about. See, once you step in with Wazobia perfume, you don't need to talk too much. The fragrance does the talking for you. Be authentic, be confident, be classy. Treat yourself and your friends to Wazobia perfume today. Available as both perfume and body spray.
Get your Wazobia perfume today at any store near you or order online for carton purchases or to stock Wazobia perfume. Please call 0201-330-0047 or email contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
From Washington to Beijing, Moscow to Abuja, London to Kigali, the world is shifting fast. Elections are shaping destinies, wars are redrawing borders, economies are rising and falling, and global alliances are being tested like never before. But what does it all mean for you?
With a new administration and a new president in the White House trying to put an end to the war.
I didn't know the historical context, what the state of Israel means for them.
Join the fearless Ireti Bakare Yusuf on Borderlines every Friday at 4 p.m. on Nigeria Info 99.3 as she dissects the biggest global events and their impact on world peace.
Those who are not familiar with Israel or the war itself would not know much about the group breaking the silence.
Borderlines on Nigeria Info every Friday at 4 p.m. The world is changing. Don't just watch, understand it. Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Non-stop conversation, never-ending discussion.
All in one station.
Idle Refinery's Gulf 13 trillionaire as NNPC admits waste.
Elections have to be free, fair, transparent. That is when people will be interested in the electoral process.
It's a tiny percentage of them that are our leaders.
People are moving to 5G and they are still sitting back on 2G and making noise about it.
Do you think that mandatory e-transmission of polling results would curb electoral malpractice?
No, Nigeria will move forward.
I am not expecting anything from this on your mandate to Southern National Assembly led by Babu.
It's Nigeria's station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Welcome to the sunny side. 28 minutes past 1 p.m. Hello. So good to have you join our conversation. Good afternoon to you. How are you?
Good afternoon, Joyce. How are you
Welcome.
doing today?
Tell us your name.
My name is Christopher. What happened to? I find it funny. I won't say funny. I find it interesting that Nigeria still thinks we are practicing democracy in Nigeria. There is nothing like democracy with what is happening right now. Tinubu has consolidated the power, both the legislative, judiciary, and the other part. So there's no way out. It's a hard thing to do. So I just think that, the power structure needs to be broken down. If you want to have a headway, because we keep doing the same thing again over years, it's still the same thing. The power up there, the power breaking up there, there's too much power given to that man up there. You understand? So right now he has pocketed most of the position in all the states. He has pocketed them, and that is the result you are seeing now with Peter Obi in those states. And then you can't come out and say that this is the person who did it. This is the person, because they won't do any investigation. He has the police in his pocket. He has everybody in his pocket. So what are we talking about? So for me, this whole charade they are doing, 2027 has already been.
Is it fair to assume that you could pardon me, is it fair to assume that this may have nothing to do with Tinubu and more with the state governor? Is that possible?
Look, we can say everything trickles down. Fine, Tinubu might not have a direct hand in what happened, yes. But remember what the governor said. So if he's acting based on his own personal provision, it's still based on the fact that he's supporting a particular person at the top of the ladder. You understand? So we can't. I get it that okay, Tinubu doesn't have a direct involvement in what happened, but please, if the APC or whoever is coming out and saying is an internal thing within, and look, this whole thing, we won't see the perpetrator. That is the most important thing. If we are able to see the perpetrator, we will know who actually did it.
Fantastic. I was also going to say that shouldn't the state governor be investigating to figure out how that can happen in their state?
He won't do anything. I'm just saying, he won't. Nobody will come out to come and say, oh, this is the person who did it. So how do we get to the root of it? You understand? His supporters are...
What does this say to you as an electorate? Do you feel satisfied that in your country, given the nature of your present democracy, you are confident enough to go out there and cast a vote in a free and fair manner?
As an electorate, cast your vote or don't cast your vote. I'm not trying to discourage people from casting it because your vote is your power. But whatever they will do, they will still do at that top. They will still do it. So we need another approach to this thing called democracy. It has failed in Nigeria. I keep saying it.
Is it the democracy that has failed, or our tolerance for mediocrity that has pretty much brought about the consequences we're complaining about? Because, I mean, what is the concept, democracy? If not that, it is the people who occupy the power conferred on them through that title or office that exercises their will, right?
Okay.
Because would you prefer a monarchy?
Yeah, my question is, where did we get this so-called democracy from? Okay, it's a foreign thing, right? And when we look at those top countries on it, for example, sorry, I'm just debating. Look at the United States. Donald Trump is doing almost the same thing. The Supreme Court lately just told him that his tariff is wrong. Do you know what he's saying? He's throwing tantrums that no, the Supreme Court is this, is that. So, what democracy are we complaining?
Yeah, but your argument doesn't quite hold. I mean, you're complaining about a Trump who's regarded as reckless and maniac, right, or manic. Okay. But the court is speaking for or against depending on what the people agree on. I'm asking you: should Nigerians resign to fate? Should they insist on what they want? Because you can't assume that things will change if nothing is done to bring about change.
What we need to do is dismantle that power at the top. At that top, you see, you don't have to. Yeah, that's just what I think personally. Thank you very much.
Doesn't sound like a bad idea. Thank you. Let's go to WhatsApp. You lost it? Okay, good.
Yeah, Nigeria should be very careful and watchful not to fall into the political stage of creating negotiations to create sympathy for one another. Because agreements and non-party should be to opposing parties constantly into a discussion of keeping them against one another, regardless of their. So I think the attack is on the faction. Don't think what everyone is doing more than we need to go after the attackers and make this point. Gabriel from so that's in the choice. The government of Edo State that cannot really change budget in the House of Assembly. Governor that said he will provide insecurity to his people. It's a very unfortunate thing, and that things are playing out. This attack on ABC chieftains in Edo State must not be swept under the carpet. ABC should lead the investigation by calling for videos from the public. I strongly believe that some people at the scene of attack were able to capture the attack with their phones. Such video should be uploaded online, and the culprits will be identified and named by the citizens. The police will have no option but to arrest. That's Joyce. If it was in the same country that in the state, the governor will be in jail now. It's enough to know that 2027 is going to be like the more you think positive about this country, the more politicians prove you wrong. Imagine this nonsense happening now, and we are not even in 2027 yet. Nigeria has sung already. How I wish trumpets would just sound in pray before the next year's election so that everybody is rest. Samuel from Sabo. Good afternoon, Joyce. About the attack on the ADC in Edo State, from me on nobody, individual or group has that condition of violence. If the media rises from market the money, will be there. From CI.
All right, can I go to WhatsApp for calls? Nigeria Info, afternoon. Welcome. Tell us your name. You can go ahead.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Good afternoon to you.
Yeah.
You may need to
I'm
turn off
Abiola.
your laptop or your something because the
I've done
feedback
that.
is coming
I've
through.
done
Okay,
that.
good. Thank you.
I've done that. Thank you. I'm Abiola.
Welcome, Biola.
I don't know if you have heard this song before. We're laughing, we're laughing, we're.
No.
It is madness you will use to cure a mad. Now, Joyce, we have passed through this thing before. And to me, it shouldn't be new. When PDP was in government, that was when a person will wake up in the morning and call the sitting president Nebuchadnezzar and call the wife Hippopotamus. We were in this country when PDP were in government. APC, which I am a member of, were holding protest upon protest against the PDP government in those days. They were not afraid of attack. They were not afraid of death. They were doing it on a daily basis. Is it not then that they called Jonathan a baby president? We were in this country then. We were not. So if we saw all those things, all those abuse, all those name callings, and this government who are in power today says that when you talk now, they don't want you to talk. And the opposition sit down and they feel that Nigerians will be the one to be in forefront to do this thing for them. Without them being in the forefront, then they are joking. If Peter Obi convoy was attacked yesterday, and the whole convoy, that whole convoy, were not able to pin down one of those guys, were not able to attack those guys back, then they are not ready. They should just tell us so that citizens could go back and sit down
but
in their house.
when you're not expecting to be attacked, when your conscience is clear,
Joyce,
when you approach
Joyce, I have told you one time, I said we need to start thinking beyond the politician. Peter Obi cannot tell me what is this guy that used to follow him from the north. They cannot tell me that after Okpebolo make that threatening statement, they will go to that place without preparation.
Wow.
What are we talking about?
Is this a mafia democracy? Like, do you understand that we're actually talking about a democracy? But at this point,
I told you I'm a member of APC. I didn't vote Tinubu. I didn't support Tinubu because I knew this is where we will end up in. And so when we continue to educate people and tell people that this guy has nothing to offer the country, people will start abusing some of us.
Yeah, but you know this happened in Edo State. Are you also saying that the president is responsible for something that didn't happen?
It happened in Edo State, right? It happened in Edo State. Who is controlling the Nigerian police? Who is like the head of Nigerian police?
Now, remember, we don't know who these gunmen are, but it's said that they are hoodlums.
Joyce,
so, you know,
leave that cook and abu story to Mami Water now. In that video, if you have watched one of those videos, there are ADC members who were saying we knew these guys who attacked us.
Oh, okay.
Why is police not bringing in those people and say, okay, you know them, let's go and identify them? We've done our
investigation.
The police themselves knew. Look, there are things. That's why I said, Joyce, let's start thinking beyond this position. There are things these guys cannot be coming here to tell us. Somebody like Rufai Oseni says today, a witch cried yesterday, the baby died today. Who did not know that it is the witch that cried yesterday that killed the baby? A sitting governor, number one citizen, number one security officer of a state, threatening the APC chairman in that state, came on and said, I did not like Obi. I ate Obi. I ate him. And you are telling me that they are going into that state and they are not preparing to be attacked.
Wow.
These guys, you should just go and sit down and stop all this their mumush their mumish attitude in politics.
But Obida, it may not be he doesn't appear to be a violent person. He doesn't have an
Joyce,
adversarial.
that's what I'm saying. Where we are now, we are in a mafia state. We have gotten to that state, and so if you are not ready to combat that mafia, then there is no point. It's just as if you want to go, like the Bible say, who will go inside a strong man house without first of all preparing, counting his costs, counting his loss.
I like that.
Yeah, it's just like that. So if you are not ready, because we ask Joyce, okay, what does Tinubu want after he had 30 governors to himself? What does he want again? Tell me now. Somebody should just answer me. Answer this question for me, please.
Question.
What does Tinubu want after he had the head of INEC, he had the head of police, he controlled the army, he has 30 governors to himself, he has majority in fact, if they want to elongate Tinubu's tenure without doing election today, it will be done in the House of Representatives, it will be done successfully in the House of Senate. So what are you talking about? What does he want again from the opposition? That is saying opposition should not strive. He's basically telling us that there is something that is inside this guy called Peter Obi that cannot be defeated until the election. You know there was a meeting of APC whatever executive meeting that Tinubu was talking and people were clapping. And when they were clapping, Tinubu said, "No, we know what we are doing." Because Tinubu himself did not trust those APC guys. He did not trust them. So
okay, I don't know for that.
For me, see, look, Joyce, I am a member of APC. I can tell you. So I
would like to give other people some opportunity to speak. Like, please pardon me because I have other people also.
No problem. Thank you.
I really do appreciate your commentary. Thank you very much. Let's look to WhatsApp right now.
Joyce, I disagree with the notion that the president or presidency has no hand in what happened in the Benin. Our country is currently under siege, and this is orchestrated by the so-called Democrats whose stock in trade is to grab, snatch, and run with power. Let all Nigerians come together and eschew ethnic, religious, and tribal bigotry and take our country back. Otherwise, we continue to shout on radio and social media. That is Lambert. Joyce, you asked the other caller what he has learned from this. Now, I want to... Have you learned... I want to ask you, have you learned anything? What me have learned is if I don't have a weapon to be able to defend myself and vote, then I have no business going to the polling unit. We must really think these guys are ready to listen to any reasonable thing we have to say.
Oh yeah, I was asking what kind of message this passes to the electorate. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So he's saying that as an electorate, he would need a weapon to defend himself. Other than because without a weapon, you can't.
He said since he doesn't have a weapon to defend himself, then he has no business in going to any polling unit to vote.
Is this a mafia democracy? Go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon, Joyce. I believe that APC is just testing the water. Their plan may be to assassinate Peter Obi, as it happened on 27 July 2006 when Funshaw Williams was killed in Lagos. But they should know that there are consequences for every action, and no one have monopoly on madness.
So again, I think people, and I think the import is clear without trying to load it up with words and maybe risk losing the implications of what people are inferring here.
Mm-hmm.
People think, well, because the president is busy trying to get everybody on his team or trying to get as many people as he can to his side. And then, of course, there is the obvious declaration that the Edo State governor has made. One, the guarantee of 2.5 million votes for the president. Two, a threat to Peter Obi, not just by him, but also men of his cabinet. Then one wonders, so it's easy to fill up the blank spaces, but I'm thinking, should we really be blaming the president if there is a governor? Because that's even rather straightforward. Like if Peter Obi, if the ADC leadership goes to Edo State and they're attacked, the direct responsibility is on the governor of the state. And this is me not dismissing your point of view. I'm just saying there's someone that we can call and say, what happened to Peter Obi or what happened to
ADC.
the leadership of the ADC. Like, you should explain that. Now, they came up with an explanation, and it's very funny because their conclusion is that this is an internal conflict within the ADC.
And
Now,
Peter Obi's violence.
except they're talking to people without the ability to reason, there is a gap in that, response, because what you are saying is that the ADC came to Edo State to fight
themselves.
But the ADC has not reported any internal conflicts enough that would lead to, a shooting out. Even the Labour Party that had internal conflict didn't have a shootout. And then if you have no hand in the game, should you not be investigating to name
I'm trying to
the persons?
know what happened.
Name the persons by your investigation, given that this happened in your jurisdiction. You name the persons and say, here are the people who went on a rampage on this date at this time, and they're in police custody, and this is an assurance to the public that your state and under your jurisdiction, you will do what needs to be done for peace and stability, except they're speaking to a non-thinking population or a non-thinking crowd. They have to be speaking to a non-thinking people, because how did he say that? All right, good. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let me go to WhatsApp. Hello, WhatsApp caller. How are you?
Hey, Joyce. I'm
Thank
good.
you for
Good
being
morning.
here. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. OC calling from Canada. So, about what happened in Edo State, I mean, I think it was the last caller. He had mentioned that how do you build a house when you don't count a cost, something like that from the Bible.
How do you go to the house
Peter
of a
Obi-
strong man without evaluating what that will cost you?
Yes. Peter Obi has to understand that fixing Nigeria will not come to him on a platter of gold, unfortunately. And having 30 governors in the APC, like having the kind of might and power that the current president has, Peter Obi should be prepared to fight, wrestle, do everything possible to get in. Now, I would say take this as a lesson and then fortify yourself. Do what you need to do.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Nigeria is not. He won't get it the way he wants it. Like
Yeah, but the problem is you think he wants it more than the Nigerian people want it. Because isn't this narrative in itself very fractured? Where the supposition is that it's a Peter Obi that wants it. Or maybe it is, the ADC presidential candidate that wants it, and not the Nigerian people. Because I must then ask you more straightforwardly, what does this particular scenario say to you as a Nigerian, as an electorate? Because if you were to go out to vote, and maybe on that day you want to vote for the APC presidency, you want to do Labour Party governorship, you want to do PDP council, you want to distribute your choice, and you want the liberty to choose. And then something like this is happening. What does that say to you?
So when you say it is not the people, obviously it is Nigerians who want Peter Obi to run, because
I'm not saying it's not the people. No, I'm not saying it's not the people. I'm saying it is the people. Because if you stand behind an El Rufai, for example, El Rufai is one person, you are somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you count because El Rufai is your choice. If you stand behind a Tinubu is one and you are two. And you count because you want a Tinubu presidency. Imagine someone stops you from voting Tinubu just because they say, well, Tinubu is not from Enugu, don't vote for him. Or Tinubu is not from Delta, don't vote for him. So when you have this kind of violent structure playing out, it's not even 2027 yet. What does this say to you as a Nigerian who would vote?
I mean, like, I would not agree with the madness against madness, because what that would imply is for us as the supporters to also match energy for energy, aura for
Are
aura.
you saying that every supporter should just brace up for chaos? Like, if you're going to be voting that day, brace up for chaos.
Obviously, that's based on the way you presented the question. That would be the outcome. Like, everyone.
Is there a better way to present the question? We're looking at the facts and ground.
No, it's not really about the question. It's about the reality of Nigeria right now. There is no way, as of right now, there is no way we can have Peter Obi coming without doing certain things that may not necessarily, apply to his principle or the principle of those people who support him. Unfortunately. Now, I wanted to chip in this before I go.
Go ahead, real quick.
And I'm thinking, this is my own. Some people call it conspiracy. I'm just thinking, like, what could this be like a Trump playbook? So you know how, like, Trump was running, and then there was the attempted,
we're not that intelligent. Don't worry about that. Thank you so much for calling me. No, we're not. No, we're not. Thank you. Thank you so much. What's up?
Hello, Joyce. Wouldn't it be sheer infantilism for anyone to conclude that the unfortunate incident at Edo State was the sheer work of the opposition? For those who have drawn inferential conclusions that the governor must be involved, the president, I wonder what facts they have to prove this assertion. For all we know, this whole thing may just be a hoax. It just may have been organized by the accusers and their cronies, knowing Nigerians know how to easily jump on issues and make conclusions.
Wait. You think that Peter Obi and the leadership of the ADC decided to choose Edo State as their
place to fight,
as their venue? You don't even have imagination. Are you joking?
Without establishing the veracity of such claims for their own gains. Think it. Was anyone reported injured or dead? Yes! Would they go?
Wait. This is getting funnier. Okay, wait. So let's say, okay, so you say nobody was reported injured or dead. So this had to be like staged. And look, that is quite a card played in politics. If you watch American politics, well, you may be regarded as a conspiracy theorist, but there is an aspect of the politics that's staged. So you think that what happened, in Edo State was staged, a total psyop. You may have a point, actually.
Why are we assuming gunmen are only just the political opposition members of the ADC?
Are you
and
new
the personalities?
What are you saying?
Politicians in Nigeria are terrible. Let's not be deluded to think for once that at that level any of them is a saint. I think we would refrain from making unfounded conjectures and sue instead of unraveling the truth in this sense. But then again, this is Nigeria where everyone has an opinion, no matter how.
You showed up here with an opinion. If you didn't send me a message, that would have been better. But you showed me a message and you chose a side. There is no problem with the side that you have chosen. But you see how difficult it is to defend the side that you're on. You want us to not have any conclusions on the facts that have been presented. But you ended up not having the ability to withhold a conclusion given the facts that were available. You think, and I think it's okay, rather than that lengthy, thesis you sent to me, you should have just said, you stand with the Edo State government, you think this is an eternal conflict between the ADC. Period. All of this is unnecessary. All right.
Good afternoon to you, Joyce, and your colleague. What this Edo situation taught me is, come 2027 election, I mustn't go to polling yet to cast a vote. If I don't have access to a very nice gun, rifle, no more peaceful protest or ranting on radio and social media. Now it must be an eye for an eye and tooth for tooth. The enough is enough.
It's really sad because many things can be said without words. It's truly really sad that a person can dramatize something in front of you, and that thing that is dramatized conveys information. So yesterday on the show, if you remember, I was asking you if you would make a case for how your environment plays a role on your psychology, on your psyche, on your gene expressions. And it took us a while. I don't know what your conclusions are, but there is a science that states expressly that your environment creates your gene expression, alters your behavior, and then what that leaves us with is if we are concluding that this has the nature of a mafia democracy, then the very elements of the kind of democracy that we permit ourselves to practice automatically determine the expression of the Nigerian people. You don't have to take my word for it. If you live long enough, you'll see it. We're a few seconds away from our commercial break. We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info. When we come back, something out of the Epstein files is worth your attention, and I want to know what you have to say about it. My name's Joyce. You're on the sunny side.
You are listening to station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Ramadan, a time of reflection, kindness, and sharing.
Embrace warmth and togetherness with Sedap Supreme Noodles. Made with real chicken essence. Delicious, easy to prepare, and share with family and loved ones. Share kindness with Sedap Supreme Noodles this Ramadan. Ramadan Kareem.
It's Wednesday and the battle of words continues. At 4 p.m., Vic Mob High School takes on Salek City College, arguing a motion that hits close to home. Grades do not accurately measure intelligence. Then at 5 p.m., it's the Zale College versus Awarith College, debating a fiery motion. Should former governors be banned from taking government appointments? Expect passion, logic, and the ultimate verbal fireworks. It's brains, strategy, and persuasion, all on the Abek to Differ arena, where tomorrow's thinkers clash today. I am Yvonne Okhaifo. Join Femi Obang Daniels and me as 2 more debaters qualify for the round of 16 on Wednesday. I Beg to Differ Season 9. 32 debaters, now 20. 1 winner, 1 grand title, the Champion of Champions. Supported by Obi Weezy. For sponsorship inquiries, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm or I Beg to Differ @nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
We're back. We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
So 3 more minutes before 2 p.m. and then I think we can inject some more messages in there, and then on the other side of the hour we'll pick up with our next topic.
Joyce has Mr. President, Chief of Okay. Joyce
Can
has.
you hear me? Hello? Can
No,
you hear me?
No.
Oh, well, until we know otherwise, you just keep speaking.
Okay. Joyce has Mr. President, Chief of Army Staff, Inspector General of Police. Police has said anything about what happened. This APC has known for violence. The Edo State was fair to him at least. Let him come to Lagos, where Tinubu children, aka touts, are everywhere. I pity for those that are still hopeful about this gangster place called Nigeria. Sam from Yaba.
Do I think I understood that? I don't think I understood it.
Okay, he's saying.
Who is he saying should come to Lagos? Peter Obi or
Peter Obi.
Oh, but
He says APC is known for violence and that Edo State was actually fair to them.
Oh, you think Peter Obi should have been done worse too?
So they should come. He should come to Lagos, where put-outs are everywhere. For maybe
I don't know the
something more.
implications of that, but okay, thank you.
Good afternoon, Joyce. Is how are going to get out of mad? Is this how we are going to get out of madness? I guess that's what we wanted to say.
Okay.
Obi can't play politics, or even citizens will not participate in political processes that their votes can't count. This is a reality of mafia democracy. Peter Obi is not the only one fighting for the presidential representation in ADC. Remember, there is Atiku and the other guys. Edo could be used as a staging ground by ADC, which doesn't even include Peter Obi. Politicians are corny. It could just be anyone who did the assault. Okay. Good afternoon, Joyce. We may consider
Wait. You think it was a Trump shot himself type of situation?
We never can tell.
You may have a point, actually. You may. True.
We may, Aloha, your last speaker just nailed it. With all the threats from the governor, you still want unprepared to his state and you expect to be given a red carpet welcome. Peter Obi just has to wisen up and prepare himself for the good book. The violent take it by force. Okay. No, be with mouth.
I think it's a very narrow way to look at it if you say, does he want a red carpet welcome? But you see, remember that this doesn't just speak to Peter Obi alone. It doesn't quite speak to the leadership of the APC or anybody else who made up that crowd. It speaks to you, the listener of Nigeria Info, and those who haven't heard this story. It's telling you something that somewhere in your subconscious is informing and rewiring your belief, your conviction, your stand in Nigeria as far as politics go. So it's not just about the man in the story, but you, the electorate. It's 2 p.m. We're off on a break.
That they want to do for all.
It has happened at least twice, which is go to court.
How do we get people to come out the way they came out in 2023?
Be part of the exchange on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
It's 2 o'clock. The headline news on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Helicopter security patrols begin in Lagos. Lamata blames rising costs for the recent Lagos BRT fare hike, while the DSS arrests another suspect linked to the 2022 Owo Church attack. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and IPAC condemned the attack on Peter Obi and Odigi Oyegun in Edo State, while the Edo Governor Monday Okwebelo says the ADC attack incident is due to internal party conflict. Rivers Governor Sim Fubara extends an olive branch to Rivers Assembly members. Chief of Army Staff unveils a new doctrine to boost professionalism and readiness for security challenges. Nasir El-Rufai fails to appear in court for the DSS lawsuit. The trial is adjourned till the 23rd of April. Nigerian doctor raises alarm over fake appendicitis surgeries in Africa. And FIFA President Gianni Infantino says he's very reassured about the Mexico World Cup despite ongoing cartel violence. And that's all for now. I am Yvonne Okaifo, and this is 99.3 Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you, Lagos, and thank you for your time.
What's that station again?
Oh, yeah, Campbell, come back. Here's one thing you need to know about yourself. So now here we talk.
Yep, bullseye. That's the one. You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info's The Sunny Side. The Sunny Side. And welcome. My name's Joyce.
AfriMillions is the home of Africa's biggest jackpot, and here you can win 1 billion naira every single week. And if nobody wins it this week, it rolls over to the next one until someone finally grabs it. If you're ready to win this 1 billion naira, go now and visit www.afrimillions.com, sign up, then pick your 6 lucky numbers out of 49 and play with just 1,000 naira. If your 6 numbers match the 6 numbers that comes out of the lottery machine, you win 1 billion naira. If you match 5 out of 6, you win 1 million naira. If you match 4 out of 6, you win 100,000 naira. If you match 3 out of 6, you win 3,000 naira. If you match 2 out of 6, you win a free ticket. If you get nothing, you qualify for the weekly raffle draw to win 1 million naira. 3 people can win 1 million naira each from the weekly raffle draw, so don't throw away the lottery ticket you have with you, because you can use it to win cool money. To find out if you've won, tune into the live draws at 8 p.m. on Saturdays exclusively on Wazobia Max TV. You can also listen in to the live draws on Wazobia FM, Cool FM, and Nigeria Info FM from 8 p.m. every Saturday. Another good news is you don't have to wait Saturday to win. You can win 150,000 naira daily via instant draws on the website, and you can play through the Oana or Keno draws every hour to win this money. Remember, all ticket sales close strictly by 6 p.m. on Saturdays, so go now and visit www.afrimillions.com, play smart, and win big. AfriMillions licensed and regulated by Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority, and all draws are independently verified. It's 100% transparent. You don't have to worry about that. Do remember to play responsibly, not stable for anyone under 18. AfriMillions, let's win together.
I want to thank you all so much for being here with me on the sunny side. It's 4 minutes past 2 p.m. And I think it's a very interesting moment that we have. We'll have a few more minutes to go in our next conversation. It's hardly a slice. It's not enough to make up a thread from what's in the Epstein files, but I thought this has a more general and applicable impact on the listening public and those who make up the 99.9% of the global population. So in the Epstein files, there was a particular email between Bill Gates and Epstein, and they discussed the pandemic, the simulation of the pandemic. That was one, but that's not even the topic today. The topic is there's no topic. I just want to give you gist. Then I want your reaction. No topic. All right. So the Epstein files. There is a particular email between a movie director. His name is Barry Josephson. To Jeffrey Epstein. Director Barry Josephson. Quote: "I've been thinking a lot about the question that you asked Bill Gates. How do we get rid of poor people as a whole? And I have an answer," end quote. And then the message goes, let me know when you would have some time so that we can discuss this, pretty much. So the email is suggesting that there had been a conversation between Epstein and Bill Gates on, quote, how to get rid of poor people, end quote. And Josephson got in on the conversation, had an idea, and was willing to share the idea with Jeffrey Epstein. All right. I don't know where you think you fall in on the food chain, but welcome to Worthy of Note. If you think you're not poor, you're right. If you think you're poor, you're right. But this is our conversation. Now, I wanted to be the one to define poverty, but I also thought it was necessary to allow you the privilege of personal definition. You know, I thought it would be good to, I wanted you to have the privilege to totally disprove the email, to totally, ignore it, disregard it. I remember joining Nigeria Info, much of the things that I thought were disagreed with. I mean, I've had fallout with colleagues who, I don't know, they probably just think I'm half crazy. Some of you even who listen to the Sunny Side probably think I'm half crazy. But now you don't have to even, and once again I say to you, you never have to believe anything that I say. You're under no obligation to believe anything that I say until you have your own persuasion, your proof, your facts, until you trust your own thinking. If you are sure you can rely on your own judgment, absolutely. Between now and then, do not believe anything that I say. But okay, good. Now, I don't know how much of this you want to agree with, but luckily for us, I found a short clip. It's a mixed match of moments where there has been loose conversation from prominent people about population control. Again, these are verifiable. If anything, I'm sure I have verified them myself, but here is just a mix and match of it. You may be familiar with some of the voices that you will hear from this audio. I will just play you just a few seconds just to give you an idea of what this may contain.
Reducing population growth, that's this big benefit. The key thing you can do to reduce population growth is actually improve health.
In the developed countries, the big winners are countries that have shrinking populations.
I would like to reduce the number of people on the planet because there's too many of us.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
With too many people. We have global warming because too many people are using too much stuff.
Now, the world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that. We're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms and we're injecting.
Is suggesting that you have heard. I think you may first be confronted by a threat, and then maybe if you're partly nihilistic or you're cynical, you may say something like, well, it must be a good thing because we're too many people, and if the resources are to go round, then we have to reduce the number of people on the face of the earth. The moment you start thinking, then something else is happening. Okay, so let's assume, yeah, but we can no longer be left with an assumption because we have something to compare our assumptions to, which is there is or has been the conversation of overpopulation, population reduction, reduced population. All right, good. And now in the Epstein files, there is the conversation. Yeah, Epstein, you were discussing population with Bill Gates and how we can reduce population. No. This email goes how to get rid of poor people. He says, yeah, I have an answer. End quote. Let's talk. Telephone number. Oh, no, I don't have telephone numbers. Well, maybe that's a good thing. No, let's try WhatsApp. So you can call. You can either call the WhatsApp number or you can send me messages. I don't know where you think you are on the value of the human chain. So people, other people. It's Nigeria Info. Let's talk. This one. All right. Hey, hi. Good afternoon, Nigeria Info. Can you hear me? Hello? So I'm sorry. I lost you. If you're able to make it back, that would be great. Oh, sure. My question to you. So who are the poor people and how do you think this getting rid of poor people could happen? You know, like, who are the poor people? Do you have any idea?
I think that the poor people that these people are like maybe talking about, right, is, I mean, people that are poor in money, people that don't have money.
And who are those people who do not have money?
I mean, they're everywhere. People that can't, live like they would want to.
So who are they now? Like, where do we find who are these? They're speaking to a class of people that we can name. So an Obiora will be there, a sheriff will be there, a Shaheen will be there. A Joyce could have been there, but a Joyce cannot be there. Yeah, now there's a reason a Joyce can't be there. But yeah. No, there's a Biola, there is a Chukudi, there is a Simisola, there is a Ahmed, there's a Babangida, there's a Mohammed, there is, what's your name?
Joy.
That's a Joy. I don't know, but hey, Nigeria Info, how are you?
Hello.
Good afternoon. Welcome. What's your name?
Sugar Daddy calling from Texas.
Good to have you.
Can I contribute on the last topic?
No, because we have a few more minutes on this one, and then it's 2:30. Desmond will be here.
Okay, it's actually funny and it's actually stupid what they actually mean, because okay, if you're saying poor people, let's say poor people, it's those that earn over less than maybe $50,000, for example, since it's in the US. If you wipe those ones out, that means the next category would be those that earn between 50,000 and 100,000. Those people will now be regarded as the poor people. So regardless of how you look at it, I look at it from the point of view is that regardless of whatever society you are, there would always be poor people. The poor person in San Francisco, which is the tech headquarters of the US and also the world, the poor people there are actually the rich people in place like Michigan. They will be the rich people because what they earn is significantly higher. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, when they say poor people, they might be referring to a certain demographic in terms of skin color.
Okay. Only skin color. If you remember COVID wasn't quite skin color. It was the entire world.
Well, it could be a test run for something higher. Who knows? They might have to.
Do you think they can achieve it? So, out of curiosity, do you think they can achieve whatever this how to kill poor people thing is, whatever it is? Do you think they can achieve it? And how?
Yes, my fear is that they might have already, but they are waiting for the right time to use it. Because last I checked, the technology has gotten so advanced that they could even target a particular demographic in terms of their gene makeup, which could be Africans, Nigerians, South Americans,
Asians.
Every unique race has its, or will I say, demography has their certain gene type that is unique to them.
You're right. Okay. I just thought I should let you know that this was in the Epstein files, and so was the COVID simulation. So they really must mean something, and I wanted to know what you thought about what this could mean. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it.
Thanks, Joyce. Bye.
Hello, welcome 99.3 Nigeria Info. You ready for me?
I think we have messages.
Oh, let's go.
Joyce, we are in a world where the rich do not like the poor. I worked with a boss that always says he hates poor people. Most of these vaccines and drugs are sometimes strategies of reducing population globally. These people are completely insane. Samuel from Sabo.
Samuel, hold on a second. I don't know who that your boss is, but I will put my money on the fact that when push comes to shove, your boss is in that category of, quote, how do we get rid of poor people? I will put my money on that. He just doesn't know it yet, but yeah, welcome to classism. 99.3 Nigeria Info. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let me go to WhatsApp. Hey, WhatsApp caller, how are you?
Hi, Joyce. Yeah.
Good afternoon. It's worthy of note.
Yeah. So basically, I don't think
What's your name?
My name is Chris.
Okay.
My name is Christopher. Yeah. The power of them. They want to get out the poor people, and for me, I already see it happening. To be honest, I remember you have this doctor who comes into the studio. They've weaponized every single thing. Your food, your hair, the weapon you use, they've weaponized it and they're influxing it.
What weapon do you use?
Huh?
What you said the weapon you use. What weapon are you using?
No, I said they've weaponized every single
Got
part
that.
of the system.
So I guess so
Like,
what do you
for
mean?
example,
Food, air, water?
Yeah, food, water, hair.
money,
You remember
economy,
the doctor
okay.
comes into the studio all the time and tell us like there are some food that are actually been engineered to reduce the lifespan of humans.
Oh, medicine.
And-
Okay.
Yeah, medicine. And you know quite well we import a lot of foreign food into our country. So for me, they are targeting the worst. I mean, I won't say the worst. The developing countries, and which Nigeria is one of it. So I don't know who gave them that power and that authority, but you like it or not, might is right. They have the power, the money to do all these things. So they
Excuse
will
me.
do
Did you
it
say
anyway.
if I like it or not, might is right?
I said-
As what? Are you
No,
sure
no,
that's
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. I say generally, those kind of people believe might is right.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
put it that way. So they will use the money they have, they will use the influence they have, they will use everything they have just to push their agenda. And it's happening. Even this AI thing that is happening right now. Wait till the nearest future and see what they will do with it. You remember there are people taking chips under their skin, payment method. You can't get into anywhere without having those things. So everything has been digitalized, has been weaponized. So I don't know if you don't want to participate in it, then you have to isolate yourself from the whole system. That's just how it runs right now.
Thank you very
So
much.
for me, the future is bleak. Thank you.
All right. The sunny side. The future is bright. The future is beautiful.
Amen.
Yeah. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. If you have just tuned in, I found something that I thought was us related. But you know, when I say us, I found a door out. So maybe it's more like it's you related.
Me?
Welcome. Out of the Epson files is this particular communication, and you sure can tell that this is an ongoing communication, which is, quote, how do we get rid of poor people? So somewhere under the rainbow, a people to whom no law apply to are thinking of how to get rid of poor people. And I didn't want to be the one to define the poor that they could be referring to. I wanted you to define the poor that they are referring to, and I wanted you to take the liberty to maybe remove yourself, but you really want to be sure you're not in that. All right, what's that?
Good afternoon, Joyce. Poverty is lack, not necessarily being impecunious, but a lack of mental, moral, material, and manual muscles to identify and exploit available life opportunities. So, who do they want to eliminate?
Now,
Chris
you said
from
moral. Read again what he listed.
He says mental, moral, material.
No. What he says? What poverty is? What
is lack?
Lack of.
He said poverty is just lack.
Lack of. Now,
So
lack of.
it's
Then
not-
he listed some things.
He now
right?
said lack of mental. Maybe you.
Can you read the things because there's something I want to pick out there? Can you find the message?
Yes.
Okay, here, read real quick, honey. Move.
Poverty is lack, not necessarily being impecunous, but a
Okay.
lack of mental, moral, material, and manual muscles.
Do these guys sound like moral people? I told you to read the book Might is Right. Apparently, I was making a comparison between the psychology of the book Might is Right and the psychology of these people. These guys are not. What's up? Welcome to Nigeria.
Hello.
Yeah. How
Hello.
are
Good
you?
afternoon, Joyce.
Afternoon to you. Tell me your name.
Let me just be anonymous small.
Okay.
Joyce, let me not be spiritual and say I am rich in Christ and all those both days to talk.
What if that's
Because
what you
if
have? What if that's all you have?
wait, let's be realistic here. Let's leave.
You don't
I am
think
rich.
having
I am
Christ is
faith.
realistic?
No, I mean not. I don't mean Christ exactly. Like when we go to church,
you
say
don't
I
even
am
know Christ.
rich.
No
I am
wonder.
rich.
Go
You just be proclaiming. Relax. If we are in the same hold up, and Agbero people are knocking on our doors, does that mean I'm rich? If that girl God bless her soul, that girl will die for snake bite for Abuja and couldn't get ordinary vaccine that Australians have all over their houses. Is she poor? Is she rich? Me, I feel if they want to wipe out these poor people, it's very easy. Since the day you described that train vehicle, where we say they were taking the train around the world, it's very easy. They can just explode one disease on land. Say, oh yeah, the rich people, if you have 10 million, come to the sea, enter the ship, put military. See, these people are they control the world. So they know where things are. It's very easy. They control the world, though.
So,
we were poor,
so
suffering
you
in hold
think
up
they can
every
really
day.
achieve what this objective is? You feel they could?
Very like they have the power, 100% power. They can do it. Remember SARS? Don't you remember that time, either between 2004 to 2006, that there was one disease called SARS in Japan that wiped out some things. When I followed the news, the thing just wiped out old, like how will I say, their old population. So if they have something like that can wipe out a specific people, maybe old, young, rich, they can also do it for the rich and poor. They have the control.
So poor people now, is anybody listening to Nigeria Info?
No, not like that. Poor people, why are you talking like that now? No, just poor people is. I feel poor people are the people that can't afford vaccine, snake bite. Poor people are the people that suffer in traffic. Traffic.
Do you have antivenom?
You get? I'm just saying that we don't have it. But Australian poor people, they have it too.
Okay.
So poor people are people that don't have access to basic little
like
things
Nigeria
that when we jackpot to abroad.
Like
Nigeria. Joyce, I don't know if you face traffic every day.
Well, thank you.
I'm not saying whether you are poor or rich, but people that suffer every day, wake up 4 a.m., come back 10 a.m., you are poor. Okay, you are poor in sleep. So you sleep.
Thank you so much for calling me. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Lagos, this is honestly out of the Epstein files. They really have been having the conversation about getting rid of poor people. And I don't know whether you want to believe them, but here we are. I mean, even COVID was a conversation in the Epstein files. And then this one, have they started? Can they achieve it? Who are the poor people? Why do they want to get rid of poor people? Okay, messages.
Good afternoon, Joyce. This is not just starting now. Mark Zuckerberg built a bunker with $2.1 billion. What's coming, Joyce? What are they aware of that we are not? They have been lying to us because they all have nuclear bunkers. Clements from Aja.
That nuclear bunker is now another story. Apparently, do you know they're underground cities? Like literally underground, a world under the ground you're standing on. All right, good. Hold on. Off on a break. We'll be right back. Nigeria Info.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this. What is health? It's more than the absence of illness. It's a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. But let's delve deeper. Health is the heartbeat of life. It's the rhythm that keeps us moving forward. The pulse that echoes our vitality. It's a symphony of balance and harmony, resonating in every aspect of our existence. Health is a silent conductor, orchestrating the dance between the body and mind. It's the energy that propels us towards our dreams and aspirations. It is the foundation upon which we build our futures. So, what is health to you?
Join me, Kofi Bartels, this and every Thursday for Health Thursday, 8 a.m. on the Morning Crossfire as we explore important issues affecting your health. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Non-stop conversation, never-ending discussion.
All in one station.
Idle Refineries Gulf 30.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.